It was something we felt we needed, and it was something we felt we were buying because we needed it and we wanted it, and to just have it taken away from you with no explanation, especially when there's such dire circumstances. My husband was injured because of this, because of their lack of empathy and responsibility.
I'm Adrian Ghobrial. This next story comes from a City News viewer who saw another story we aired earlier this week about an apparent mix-up aboard an Air Canada flight. Now, tonight our story is something that we can all relate to, being cramped in a seat in economy class, though for Jason Wall, being 6'5" only compounds the problem. He and his wife Linda were flying to Miami earlier in November for their 10th wedding anniversary, though when they boarded their Air Canada Rouge flight, they realized the seat they had paid extra for with the extra legroom was no longer assigned to Jason. The flight number had changed, as had the seat configuration. Now, they reached out to Air Canada staff on board the plane, who gave a quick assessment of what they saw.
A gate agent came over, had a look and saw where I was sitting, walked back to the other flight attendant and said, "He'll be fine."
That was it?
That was it.
She walked off.
She walked off the plane.
You walk on that plane, you look at the seat you now have, what goes through your mind?
This is not good. I knew that sitting in that seat and being squeezed in with having an injury on my knee, I'm going to be in trouble.
Jason Wall, a Canada Post employee, is currently on short-term disability. He has knee and back problems, and when the Walls arrived at their hotel in Miami, Linda took this video of her husband to send to Air Canada.
I couldn't even put my feet on the ground because the seat in front of me, there's so little space. My knees are against the seat and I can't put my feet on the ground.
Talking about how much pain he was in and how frustrated he was, and it was just because I didn't know what else to do. I felt like there was nowhere else for me to call.
Linda had booked seat 19F for her husband. When their flight number changed ahead of their departure, she didn't realize that it also meant a different seat configuration. This is a seating chart for their initial flight 319, and this is where Jason's seat was for their new flight number 321. Airline rights advocate Gabor Lukács adds while it might seem like common sense for Air Canada to simply adjust their assigned seats should there be a change of aircraft or flight number, he claims their software is simply out of date and out of touch.
Certainly the first thing that a good software should be able to do is to identify a situation when due to a change of equipment, you need to reassign seats. But as far as Air Canada is concerned, for them it is 1970.
For the Walls, their big concern was what was going to happen on their return flight. They claimed they emptied their Aeroplan miles and purchased Jason a business class seat for their flight home because, according to them, Air Canada was unable to assure them that they wouldn't run into a similar problem on the way back.
Hello, Linda. I understand that your husband is in pain, but we cannot guarantee that there will not be a change of aircraft that day.
After several emails and messages, an Air Canada refunds agent did send the Walls this message, which reads, "Unfortunately, I cannot provide a reason as to why this happened. I have, however, refunded both of the preferred seats you paid for on that flight. I know this does not make up for how the rest of your vacation played out due to the pain your husband was in." Well, the Walls say this isn't about money. Their concern is over Jason and other passengers' well-being during flights.
If we took a measuring tape and we found out what the pitch of their plane was, and we measured from the back of from his back to his knees, we find out that that measurement is longer. He doesn't fit. He doesn't physically fit. And to make him squish into it is not right. It's not right. I don't think that's right.
We reached out to Air Canada today for their side of the story. In a statement late this afternoon, they sent us a brief statement which in part reads, "We always do our best to seat people where they desire. On occasion, however, it is sometimes necessary to reassign seats prior to and during the boarding process in order to best accommodate all customers."